We've been sold a lie, that self-improvement is always about moving forward, leaving your past self in the dust. But what if this mindset is actually holding us back, making us worse at decision-making and more likely to forget the wisdom we've already gained?
That sounds like a pretty negative view of self-improvement. Isn't the whole point to get better?
Exactly. But in our rush to improve, we've started to devalue our past experiences, viewing them as inferior to our current understanding. We forget that our past selves were capable of making good decisions, and that the wisdom we gained is still relevant today.
But isn't it natural to look back and think, wow, I was really stupid back then. I'm so much wiser now.
That's exactly the problem. We've created a culture where it's acceptable to belittle our past selves, to view them as less intelligent, less capable, and less wise. This not only undermines our confidence, but also makes us less likely to learn from our past mistakes.
So you're saying we should just stick with what we know and not try to improve?
No. I'm saying that we need to approach self-improvement with a more nuanced perspective, one that values our past experiences and recognizes that growth is not always linear. We need to stop viewing our past selves as inferior and start seeing them as an important part of our journey.
But how do we do that? How do we balance the need to improve with the need to value our past experiences?
We need to start by recognizing that our past selves were not stupid or ignorant, but rather they were doing the best they could with the resources they had. We need to learn to appreciate our past mistakes and view them as opportunities for growth rather than as failures.
That's a really difficult mindset to adopt, especially when everyone around us is telling us to keep moving forward, to never look back.
It's not easy, but it's necessary if we want to truly grow and learn from our experiences. We need to create a culture that values wisdom, not just knowledge, and recognizes that our past experiences are an important part of who we are today.
So what's the end goal here? What do you hope people will take away from this?
I hope people will start to see that self-improvement is not just about moving forward, but also about valuing and learning from our past experiences. I hope we can create a culture that recognizes the importance of wisdom and that values the journey, not just the destination.